over here, then the church and the small building next to it. Till the end of the 19th century, most of the people who used to live there, they could have just one, maybe two floors next to each other. They changed them to the apartments. Used to be here. That means all the building except the tower are much younger. And that includes this building that you can see to the west. That was built just around the 1905. The building is called the Municipal House, and with a single tower, which represents the old town. Then you can see the one with the two towers. That represents the old town and Hradčany. Then the one with the three towers, which include Malá Strana. And then you can see the one with the five towers, which are the five original parts of the city. All the by the tower, and again you can see the shield or the coat of arms of the city, the three towers. But above it's written Praga caput regni, which means in Latin Prague, the capital of the kingdom. Old town, and you will see that because in old town the people who used to live here all the time had money, so they were wealthy. That means when the new architecture style came here, they started to reconstruct the building to the new architecture style, but they never destroyed the original walls. So that's as well because people are living here, which means the cars are allowed. So in lots of the places, you will see there is no difference between the sidewalk and road according to the level. So how you will see the difference? Smaller granite stone is a sidewalk. In the year 1348 by the King Charles IV, and that was university. We used sandstone, but this part you can see it's from the red bricks. Actually, it's quite tradition. Every summer, June, July, August, and beginning of September, is a charity. So you can buy the break. They are along the riverbank, and they are every Saturday. But this market is the only one which is open all around the year. If you look that direction over there, you can see a really nice Gothic church from 14th century, which is called Dean Church. column, sun, shade, midday. So that's how they were counting the Prague's time. In these days, it's not sunny, so you can't. That's the name of the of the original owner. Then, of course, because the business went with in the family, so the next floor, sin, means sun. Then above, you can read Knihkupectví, which means a bookstore. So they were selling books. Again, the name Ashton and the Sun. And next to it, Nakladatelství, which means a publisher. Around the corner, that used to be a town hall. Clock, it's in the middle. That one, it's work of 4 different people. One was the man who made the clock work. He worked together with the mathematician, astrologist, and astronomist. Fortunately, in these days, if you really want to know what time is it, that clock doesn't help you, because none of them is today's time. Clock on the top of the tower in the 18th century. That one will tell you the time if you know how to read it. Every hour, those 2 blue windows will open. So you can see the statues inside the windows, but as well if you look down along the clock, especially on the skeleton, you can see it, that he's pulling the bow and knocking with the head. Look at the rooster. And that's it. Cluster. This is a typical for the 16th century Italian Renaissance style. So, and the technique, it's called sgraffito. It's still from 16th century. There was a date 1560 on the side. Of course, everybody in these days has water, so you don't really need it. But it's still there. In reality, it's taking water from the river, so it's really deep and lovely. When was the end of the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, we decided we got rid of almost everything which reminds us of the Austrians. or these buildings what we just passed, all those were mills originally. And of course the wheels were moving because of the stream of the river. And that was a problem, especially in the summer. 14th century, just speed up the wheels. But of course, even in the 14th, 15th century, they were moving stuff on the boats. So they need a lot. But of course, in these days, if you're going with a boat, that's not the main street. Then, if you look that direction and you see the building with sort of like a golden crown on the top, that's a National Theatre, which was built in the 19th century. Yeah, that one. And see on the other side, the confessing booth and the queen confessing to him. That never happened. The statue, that's not a good part. The only problem is which one is the right part. So what you of the paintings on the building, which are from 1787. So everything needs to be restored handmade. Behind me, that's the place where the red bricks been built or made for the city. Of course, not. Anybody know how the Czechoslovakia looks? That's a country. Lovely. And you want to know where the park is? Right there. Yes.
The bottom fountain is the shape of Czech.
So the oldest part is where the number 7 is. When I mentioned that you can visit so many buildings here inside. Instead of this huge cathedral, the first church was built here in the 10th century. But that was just a small rotunda, round type of a church. And that was built above the grave of the King Václav or Wenceslav. One more interesting thing about the tower, and that's the clock. It still works. But if you really want to know what time is it, you need both of them. Because each clock behind it. That's where the chapel of the King Václav or Wenceslav here is buried. And or sign of zodiac. Start over there with the Roman Catholic Church got any of the astrology symbols, but there was one king, and he was really a big fan of the astrology and alchemy. The reason why I'm usually standing here, so just don't fall down. So you can see the creatures, those gargoyles. The big ones, if you look that direction, go on the churches everywhere in Europe. One, religious, like keep everything evil from the holy place.